Ke duka emiri salibonani attain jambo bondia botard attain dumelang ko makadiko muri bwanja nzanga Africans. Welcome to my channel. My name is Osajefo, the African president. Yes, you heard me right. I am the African president. Today we want to talk about something that is very important to me in these times where we are. I want us to talk about us achieving our goals, us achieving our dreams. I know it's not easy to be achieving our dreams. It's not easy to be a superstar. As the old saying goes, a boxer is never made in the ring, but he is merely recognized in the ring. So if you see a boxer today, a champion, who is a champion? He didn't become a champion in the boxing ring, no. He became a champion outside people's eyes, outside where everyone could see him and cheer him. So many battles he fought, so many hassles that he went through, training, discipline and stuff. You might be motivated to start something. That's why I want to talk about motivation versus discipline. For us to be champions, or for us to be stars in whatever field that we have chosen, the greatest of all things we need is not even money. The greatest of things we need is not even connections. The greatest of assets that we need is not the family that we come from. The greatest thing that we need is not even the continent that we come from. The greatest thing that we need is not even the age that we are. The greatest thing that will make you a star, that you are meant to be, is discipline. You see, people rely a lot on, I'm not motivated enough, I have to be motivated. Motivation is good, believe me, trust me. It's good to be motivated. For me to start this channel, I was actually motivated. I've been motivated a lot. I've been seeing my favorite YouTuber of all time. Shout out to Wademaya, the Ghana baby. Man, you don't know the inspiration that you made in my life. For me to be starting this, for me to be doing this, I'm actually standing on your shoulders. You are a great man, Wademaya. Wherever Wademaya is, please shout out to him. And I've been giving excuses here and there. I don't have a camera that I can start to record. I don't have this. I don't have podcast. I don't have whatever. I've been giving excuses. I've been waiting for the day that I would buy a proper camera so that I would start to record. I would start to issue out what I think. The imposter syndrome, where I thought, no, maybe I don't know enough. I'm not that person that I can speak things to people. But once I was motivated, take a look at this picture. Yeah, this picture. You see, that's the day that I was motivated. I've been writing articles, I've been doing a lot of stuff, but this day when Mr. Emmanuel Msonza brought me this book, I was motivated and I said, I have to do this. I was not only motivated, because motivation is just like wind, it comes and goes. But I was disciplined enough that for me to achieve whatever I want to achieve. From then I created my faceless YouTube channel, where I tell our African stories, where I tell our own stories. I've been, yeah. So this brings us to the thing that I want us to talk about: discipline. Discipline is the greatest ingredient that you need for you to achieve whatever you might think that you can achieve. Because without discipline, you cannot go far in whatever field that you have chosen. As we see today, most people, there is a new gold rush. We are in the information age, and everyone in this age, we want to create content. We are content creators. If you're not a content creator, you are a content consumer. We are spending much of our times on the screens. People are creating content left, right, and center. But what is important for you whenever you are creating your content, or whatever field that you have chosen that you want to follow? I'm giving content creators as an example. Whatever field that you have chosen to follow, what is required is discipline. So let us look at what discipline does to you that any other thing that motivation cannot do. Like I said, motivation is that spark that will give you the spark to start something. But discipline is the engine that will drive the vehicle. Discipline, when you are disciplined, it gives you consistency. You become very consistent. When you are disciplined, it gives you a tough mind. Your mind will be tough. You know, when you are not disciplined, it's easy to spend the whole day going from Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok, doing all stuff, distracting yourself. And when you choose distraction instead of discipline, forget about your dream, forget about your mission, forget about your... Because in this journey that you have chosen that you want to do something, you don't have to be half-hearted. The half-hearted champion will never achieve anything. You only get half results. You see, when you are disciplined, you control yourself. You know that yes, I have to be doing this, but I don't have to do this. You keep on your focus on things that matter. When you are disciplined, you become the master of your trade, whatever it is, like this example that I'm giving you of content creators. Once you make sure that every day you edit something, you create something, you write something, just like your work where you go, as long as you show up, you know that you get the experience, you get talk of the mastery of your trade. You become the master of what you do. Even when we wake you from the sleep, you can just tell us how your craft is all about. And discipline eliminates excuses. Because when you are disciplined, no matter what comes, you tell yourself that I don't have to do this. I have to stick to my cause. So discipline, you have to stick to your cause. So discipline gives you the real success. Because the success that we need, like I'm saying, in whatever field that you have chosen, you might be a musician, you might be a farmer, you might be whatever field it is, an author, whatever you decide to do, it is discipline that will take you there. And discipline will give you that real success. Once you choose discipline, you eliminate a lot of excuses. It's raining, you have no choice. You are tired, whenever you feel like not doing it, you have to do it. So to buttress my point, I want you to take a look at this picture. Yeah, no point for guessing. Those in Southern Africa, I think we know who this gentleman is. Salt and Pepper, the General Willard Katsande. As we are profiling this gentleman, many of us, we know him as Salt and Pepper, Kaizer Chiefs legend. But his story was not like he started as a legend. His formation, his root, there was nothing legendary about him. There was nothing to admire when he was still young. He was playing for a local semi-professional football team in his hometown in Mutare, and he was a bench warmer until this other day that he played. Then he proved himself. He was the sending in captain. Then Zaika Sinauyo, another Zimbabwean international, came to fetch him. They saw him play, then he took him, and he was signed at Ghana's FC. There again at Ghana's, he was also a bench warmer. He was not a regular though, until after some time that he proved himself that he was a force to reckon with. Then he was called to the national team. He started playing the national team. Then they called to that one point when he was playing, they sprinkled snuff on him. Snuff, we call it bute in Shona. So it is believed that if you pour snuff on someone who is using juju, the juju will disappear. So they had to sprinkle snuff on him, bute that. Okay, I will show you the picture of snuff in the video. That's the snuff. Because they thought he was using juju when he was working. As time we have it, with every growth there will come a point where you have to grow. He went to South Africa, but went to trials with Super Sport United. It didn't materialize, and then he got a call from Ajax Cape Town. He started to play for Ajax Cape Town. Still, he was a bench warmer because there were issues about his work permit. So his work permit was not in place, and then when the work permit came, the coach told him that no, we don't have plans for you. We are terminating your contract. Fortunately for him, when he was called for Zimbabwe national team with his countrymen Tinashe, Nengomasha, and all other players, Bobim Taung was in the stands. He was watching a player called Lincoln Rasia, and then he saw Willard Katsande in the national colors. Then he said, no, I'm going to sign this one. So when he went back to Ajax Cape Town to terminate his contract, he was having a fat contract in his bag. To those who are not familiar with Southern Africa football, Kaizer Chiefs is just like your Manchester United. I know it might be controversial, but I might call it Kaizer Chiefs is just like your Real Madrid, only that the trophies are not coming now. We are the Kosi fans. I'm a Kaizer Chiefs fan who bounce back. Big up to my Kaizer Chiefs fellow supporters who bounce back. I know we're a big club. So, not regressing, he went to Kaizer Chiefs, and with the reputation that Bobim Taung have said that this guy is this, it was a derby. Those who know when it's called a derby in South Africa, it's Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates. First time he was thrown in the deep end. It didn't work out fine. According to him, when he was talking to Josta Zaza, he said, I saw like the stadium management have switched off the lights. I was out of my depth. It was not working. Well, it was not working for him. And then again next week, he was benched. The other week it was a derby again. And the unfortunate thing happened that they took out Simpiwe Tlabala. When they take out Simpiwe and put up an unknown player, Willard Katsande from Zimbabwe, the stadium booed him before he even tagged the ball. He was booed. It was bad. And then for the next 6 months he was benched. So according to him, he said, I was no longer carrying my bag to the stadium, because for the next 6 months he was staying in heaven. When you see players, when they say, well, I'm staying in heaven, that's where you are staying in the terraces. You are not staying where the other players are. You are not sitting on the bench. And then, as fortune will have it, he was now another player that was playing the right back got injured, and the other replacement got sick, and he was thrown at the deep end. That's when he proved himself. Willard Katsande went on to have 345 games for Kaizer Chiefs, making him the greatest foreigner to have donned the Amakos jersey. It might seem like it's a fairy tale, but let's look at discipline. Willard Katsande did not become a Kaizer Chiefs legend who played 345 games for Kaizer Chiefs, one game more than the legendary Tinashe Nengomasha. He spent 10 years at Kaizer Chiefs. The thing that kept him there, even when he faltered his first time, he kept on believing. He kept on believing that one day I will make it. He was motivated that one day I want to be Tinashe Nengomasha. One day I want to be like Ezra Mnyandoro of Mamelodi Sundowns. He was motivated that one day he want to be Josta Sasa. He was motivated that one day I want to be like Letsolonyane, Yeye the midfielder maestro. But it was not only motivation that took him there. Look, for 6 months the men have been training hard, training after training, training after training. 6 months being at your best, giving your best in the training field. 6 months you are not playing, giving your best. So from the first example that I've given, maybe you're a content creator, you start to post your things and people will start to troll you online. It's painful to be trolled. Sometimes you start not to receive the numbers. You feel like, let me just give up, this thing is not worth it. Kings and queens, there is no general without scars. If you want to be an army general, if you want to be respected and saluted in your industry, you have to have scars. You will get injured at some point. You will get hurt at some point. You will be humiliated at some point. People will look down upon you. People will say things to you, things, hateful things. People will say that you are not even worth it. The road to greatness is never filled with cheerleaders. Everyone is just waiting for you to fall, to tell you that we told you so. I am here to tell you, my queen, my king, that failure is not an option. Yes, it is not. You have to be disciplined. No matter what comes, stay the course. No matter what comes, give it your all. Just like Willard Katsande, he could have just resigned and say, no, I think I've beaten what I can chew. Remember, the guy was coming from an amateur football club from Ghana's now to the biggest stage in Southern Africa, if not maybe in Africa, without taking anything from our early brothers, without taking anything from our cotton sport, without taking anything from the Moroccans. He was at the biggest stage and he kept his discipline. So the things that will make it count in your life, they are things that are boring. You will be isolated. You will spend time on your own. And sometimes you'll be broke. Sometimes no one will be believing in you. Everyone else will be looking at a failure, a disaster waiting to happen. But I'm here to tell you, my king, my queen, greatness is calling your name. Keep at it. Never give up. Just keeping on believing. Yes, it is good to be motivated. Yes, it is good to be to be inspired by someone, but inspiration will go some other time, because when you give out your product to the market, they'll blue tick you. When you give out your product to the market, not everyone will take your product. So my African brothers and sisters, Africa is a blessed country. I call it a country, yeah, because I am the president, of course, of Africa, a president of the African country, not a political president, but it emanates from the passion that I have, the love that I have for my African people. Africa, I love you. Whatever is happening in your life, keep believing. There are some people who are on the verge of killing themselves, but they just heard the word. They kept on believing, hoping against hope, hoping against circumstances, but they made it. So if there is anything that you have to take away from this long video, this is it's just that you have to do those small steps every day, repeatedly. Just like footballers, they go and they do their drills, the same drills over and over and over and over again. Just like the legend we're featuring today, Salt and Pepper, the General Willard Katsand. He did not give up, and his name is forever written in the Hall of Fame of Kaizer Chiefs. His name is forever written in the history of Zimbabwe national team. He was a captain at some point. So my leaders, my people, my African people, and the world at large, you don't have to give up. Discipline is the greatest currency that you need. Consistency in your discipline is the greatest currency that you need. Anyway, if you have watched to this point, I believe there is something that you have gained from this video. Please comment, like, and share this video so that some other people will benefit from it, so that we create a community. Greater things are coming, my people. I am looking forward to see you, to talk to you from wherever you are, whether you are in Djibouti, whether you are in Burkina Faso, my favorite country in Africa. If I die, bury me in Burkina Faso. Take my bones to Burkina Faso, the land of the upright people. You might be in Liberia, the land of freedom. You might be in Nigeria, my most beloved country in Africa. I love you, Nigeria. You might be from Ghana, where my role model, the Osajefo, Kwame Nkrumah, the greatest African there ever was. I love you from Ghana. Zikola Mtendele in Malawi. I am one of you. My people in Angola, I am you. In the Caribbean, we are one. My South African people, you are amazing. You are wonderful. Mozambique, I love you guys. Chad, what can we say? Uganda, oh yes, I love Uganda. Uganda, I love you. Wherever you are, Cameroon, you guys play the most exciting soccer I love. Cameroon, I love you. Lesotho, you guys, you are wonderful. I love you. Zimbabwe, oh my Zimbabwe, you know now. Zimbabwe, you know. Zambia, God bless Zambia. The land of KK, the greatest man in Southern Africa, if not in Africa. KK was a blessing to Africa. DRC, it's my prayer that I will ever see a stable DRC in my life. My heart is in DRC. Yes. Togo, yeah, my people, be blessed in Togo then. Niger, oh wonderful. I love you. I really love you, nation. I love you everywhere, my African people, wherever you are. The Africans who are in diaspora, your president speaking. I love you, my people. Wherever you see someone with a black skin, wherever you see an African, just give them a hug. They've been going through a lot. It's high time, my people, that we put Africa first. There is no illegal African in Africa. It can't be. Anyway, I might be diverting, but I have to pour out my love to my people wherever you are. I love you. So this is Osajefo. That's my name. Call me Osajefo one day. You'll be speaking to me. I will answer to that. I love you. Pass my greetings to Tanzania, Ethiopia. Yes, I love you. My people in Morocco, Sudan, South Sudan, Egypt. We are the same people. With that, adios. Bye bye, my people.